welcome everybody back to the Football Hotbed 2002 Media Days ahead of our opening season. Games that getting ready to kick off here pretty soon. We have the Western High School football team here with us. Coach Adam Rakovich. Coach, we appreciate you for being here with Football Hotbed. Why don't you give us an opening statement?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having us. It's a privilege to be here with you, and we appreciate everything you do for high school football and these young men. Just excited. This is my favorite time of the year. You know, next to Christmas, there's, not much better than the start of football season. It's everybody's full of hope. Everybody's excited. And in Davie, in particular, we're extremely excited. We have the top returning quarterback in the state of Florida. Colin led the entire state in all divisions in regular season and passing last year, 8A Player of the Year, and is on pace, and this is hard to fathom. You think of all the great players that come out of South Florida. He's on pace to be Broward County's all-time passing leader, and he had a COVID year where he only had 3 games. We also feel that we have an outstanding receiver core and possibly one of the best slot combinations in the state with Santana Fleming and British Mitchell. So we're pretty fired up about the start of the season. And, again, thanks for having us here.
Thank you, Coach. I want to give the young men an opportunity to introduce themselves. We want to get your first, last name, your class, and your position. Starting from you, young man. Just grab a mic and pass it down.
Roger Reyes, class of 23, and I play offensive tackle. British Mitchell, and I play receiver, class of 23.
Leonardo Layun, class of 2023, outside linebacker, defensive end.
Colin Hurst, quarterback, 2023.
Santana Fleming, receiver, class of 2023.
Jordan Jean, defensive back, class of 23.
Moore Ingram, defensive back, class of 23.
Okay, thank you, Coach. And let's go to you first, Coach. As far as this upcoming season is concerned, it seems like distant memories now. Western, was a program that people love to see on the schedule. Now it's not a team that anybody wants to see. Can you talk about the development of the program, the Davie Strong mentality, everything that you've built at Western and, strong academics, but also equally strong football, and how you were able to change the culture?
Yeah, being state ranked the last 5 years after taking over a program that was 0-10 the year before you got there and didn't score a touchdown in their first 7 games. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I took this job, but at the end of the day, we still feel like we're underdogs. We still have that blue-collar mentality. It's built in our DNA. These guys will tell you that, it starts in the weight room. It starts with teamwork and hard work. I mean, we put 17 kids into school last year, but we're not a superstar program. We're a program that's built on camaraderie, teamwork, grinding, and doing things the right way. So, that's kind of in our core, in our DNA. And, again, we've got an outstanding group of young men. We've got a phenomenal schedule. We start off with Johns Creek, one of the top teams out of Georgia coming in. We have St. Thomas and American Heritage, 2 teams that are ranked nationally. Traditional Power, Miramar on our schedule. So we've got a lot of tough teams, and we're really fired up about the opportunity to go out and compete with them.
Talk to you, Colin, as far as Coach talked about, and those mics work, actually. You just got to turn them on. But as far as things are concerned with you potentially getting a chance to be the Broward all-time passing leader, what goes through your mind when you think about, all the great quarterbacks, Geno Smith, all the guys who played in this county and have been, just superstar guys, and you might be able to sit at the top?
No, it's an honor. I mean, to even get that opportunity to have my name named amongst those other guys. I mean, it's a great opportunity, but it's a goal that I've had that I've written down for this season. But at the end of the day, that goal doesn't matter. The only record I want to set is the first state title in Western history. So, it'd be a great opportunity to get that, but I just want to win with my brothers.
Let's go to you, Santana. You had the opportunity to play at a few programs, got All-American status. What drew you to Western?
Just the fact that I'd be able to play with a great quarterback like Colin, knowing that he led the state in passing yards, and I just feel like I got guys around me that'll make plays and that'll be able to have the first state championship in Western history. So that's what drew me to Western.
You guys have kind of had an opportunity to play on the off season with 7-on-7 with South Florida Express and gotten a chance to really be able to submit your relationship. What should we expect from that tandem, this year?
Expect a lot of great things on and off the field, but definitely going crazy every game and producing. So yeah, that's the main thing to expect, and expect a lot of wins too.
British, you come over again from another program. What attracted you to Western? And Coach said it. It's got to be the best slot combination, possibly in the whole state. What drew you to Western?
Well, like he said, like a great quarterback like Colin Hurst and a great coaching staff. That's all I was looking for.
I want to hear from the trenches. You guys set the tone for Colin. He's been a dynamic quarterback over the course of time. What is it like to play with a guy like that, and how does it make your job easier? Because he does get out and scramble and help you guys along with the protections.
Well, it's great because he knows how to make plays. He knows what he's doing, and just blocking for someone that can read the line, read the defense, it helps a lot.
Let's talk to the defensive backs, Monroe and the gentleman on the end. What do you have to do to solidify the defense in the 2022 school year?
Can you ask the question again?
What do you have to do to solidify the defense this year? Obviously, offensively, you're going to look, really strong. What do you guys have to do on the defensive side?
Get as much stop shots as we can, get our offense out on the field, and just leadership. That's all we need.
What about the other young man, Monroe? Why don't you go ahead and answer that?
I feel like shutouts play a big part in it. Get Colin on the field, stay out the field as much. Get offense the ball.
Coach, I want to go back to you briefly. As far as you talked about it, you got Johns Creek coming down from Georgia. That's a pretty big showcase game. Can you explain how those games were all set up? I think everybody in Broward County is playing a team from out of state, and just that whole class.
Well, first of all, it's the best in Broward basically against the best in the nation. So it's a handful of Broward County's best teams, and that South Florida showcase or Broward County showcase, they're bringing in teams from California, Georgia, Maryland, and gentleman by the name of Kevin Perry, the athletic director at Hollywood Hills, in conjunction with the BCAA, are setting up a showcase that I believe it was USA Today said it's going to be the biggest weekend of high school football the entire year in the nation, as far as ESPN 300 and top guys playing between St. Thomas, Chaminade, Heritage, ourselves, Dillard, obviously, so Gibbons. So those, they're bringing in, and it's something that Texas doesn't travel often, from what we understand. And two of the top teams from Texas have already reached out. They want to get in on this next year. So it's the start of something really big. There's a tremendous amount of media attention around it already, with ESPN coming in, and we're doing a cool event today. Chaminade did it yesterday. They're sending those nice tour buses to our school today to take us to Dave and Buster's, like a bowl game, and take all our boys out to eat. So it's a neat opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to represent Broward County. It's the great state of Florida, and compete with one of the best teams out of Georgia. So, we're really fired up about it.
Let me ask you this, and this may be a little controversial, but hopefully it's fair. In Broward County, private has taken over, and it seems like public school programs are sort of under attack. You all have been able to stand the test of time. You go back several years ago where, this is a game you guys used to relish to play, Miramar. That was a huge rivalry.
Sure.
That program's kind of seen leaner years in the past couple of years and seasons due to all kinds of changes. But how have you been able to, in everything that's going on at Broward Private, St. Thomas, Chaminade, Gibbons, Heritage, even back in the day when it was U School, how have you been able to solidify, keep kids in the program, stay focused, and stay winning?
A couple different answers there. It's wild. I'm not going to say the gentleman's name, but I had somebody in the recruiting business a year ago tell me that, a big Power 5 guy had said, it used to be a time where you had to go to every high school in Broward. And he said now it's becoming a time where you go to the private schools and there's 4 public schools that I have to see, and you're one of them. So on that end, that means something. But to answer your actual question, kids know who cares about them. Kids know who's working for them. And the young men that have been in our program, okay, they speak volumes to their friends, their community, other people about what it's like to be at Western. And it's not just about winning football games. It's about having a full-time academic support person. Only public school in Broward County, we have someone we pay just to do academics, clearinghouse, all that stuff to take care of our kids. It's about feeding them. When our guys come in for film on the weekends, and again, it's sad to say, I'm not going to throw stones here, but we know from guys that have transferred in, guys that aren't even doing weekend work at public schools as far as film breakdown, our guys are getting served breakfast. I had a young man that transferred over a year ago. I'm going to tell a story here that is both positive and sad. We do study hall, we feed our kids, and I noticed this young man, whenever there was extra food around, was taking it. So after weights, and we have a phenomenal strength coach, Jeremy Herring, did it at the Division I level, owns Power Sports Academy. After weights one day, I said, hey, you want to take some extra food home? And he's like, yeah, and we're walking. And he was telling me how happy he was to be at Western and how he knew he should have come a year before with one of his other buddies who ended up going D1. And I said, yeah, we got a great strength coach. He said, that's not what I'm talking about. And he's like, I was at school X for 2.5 years, and no one ever cared that I was hungry. So, those type of things, okay, are the things. And being an excellent academic school, that's another huge advantage we have. And having phenomenal facilities, but we built that. We built a locker room that looks like a college locker room. The lockers are $500-something a piece. We built that. That wasn't there. We did a lot of things. Getting the battle sponsorship was huge. I mean, our guys. So I'm giving you a lot of answers, but we care about our kids. We work super hard. We get a lot of kids into college, and we win games. Kids want to be a part of that. So, and at the end of the day, it's all done through hard work.
Hard work indeed is a hotbed world. We appreciate you guys being here so much. Thank you so much, and we look forward to spending some more time with you.
Thank you, guys.